Hello everybody and welcome once again to Timway Presents. Today I'm going to play a video game called Blueprints. I have never played this game before, I don't know almost anything about it, but it was recommended to me by my good friend Mr. Killapple, who is here with us today. Say hi. Okay, maybe he's watching the stream with a lag. And with me as well is my good friend Sean. Say hi.
Hello.
Okay, there you are. There's a lot of lag involved, but that's okay. So, Sean does not know the game, just like me. Whereas Mr. Killapple apparently has already played through almost the entire game, so he's not going to be, spoiling anything. But let's see what we're up against. Let's click New Game and start. Loading. Is the game audio transmitting on the stream? I forgot to check that.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome. Okay.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Wow. I'm already impressed with the intro.
All right, then.
Day 1. Did you see how that reflected in the water in the fountain? That was awesome. Can I... okay. I can control the game now. All right.
I think you're in control now, Timmy.
Awesome. So, my first impression, well, first of all, that is definitely a fascinating premise. So we have to find the 46th room in order to get our inheritance. But it left open an obvious question, which is, if I don't, who gets the inheritance? Because someone has to get it. It just said the gift will lapse. That's not a thing in inheritance law, sorry. It doesn't just lapse. I suppose it could go to the state, right? You could donate it to the state. And just saying that the gift will lapse is just a more dramatic way of saying it for the purpose of storytelling. Okay, so, right. I went through the controls menu. So I believe there are only like 3 keys that I need to... You know what, I'm just very quickly... Call it a day, haha. Game settings. Controls. Okay, so there is moving the mouse. There is tab for the menu. There is R for a room directory. So I'm probably going to have to discover all 45 regular rooms before getting to the 46th secret room. And then there's shift. Stroll. Okay. And then, of course, there are the cursor keys, which is not listed here. And also, it doesn't let me change this. And, you know, tab is on the other side of the keyboard from the cursor keys. Anyway, I've kept you guys waiting long enough. Let's take a look around. Aha, I can click this. Very good. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 paces. When you no longer have any paces left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Does that mean that the game will actually prevent me from playing until 24 hours later? That would be interesting, but also kind of annoying. But I'm okay with it. I'm sticking to the rules of the game as they are presented. Okay, let's see. Can I can.
Also, Ms. Kill App also said it set the settings to VSync.
Blueprint.
You have a VSync capable monitor.
Yeah, I do. It is set to VSync. But look at this blueprints. That's an interesting play on blueprints, and also prince as an heir, you know, heir to an inheritance. This is very cool, very creative. Open only in the event of my death. Well, your death has occurred, so welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intention in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. Interesting. So this really strongly suggests that the game is actually going to like shut off when it's nighttime for me and start over the next day, and I can't save progress. But I will know the answer to the puzzles. The answers to the puzzles. So that's an interesting mechanic. Next page. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. It changes. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which rooms lie beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. This is very, very cool. Alright, well, we'll find out how that... Okay, we now have blueprints. The Mount Holly blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access by pressing tab. Okay, that's why it didn't work before. Aha, interesting. Entrance hall, antechamber. Okay, the rooms. Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let's not get. Okay, I thought there was text here. For some reason I thought there was text there. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors, admission to the Mount Holly. is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby, suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. Okay. Right. So all the other rooms are undiscovered. Ooh. Oh, room 46. The mysterious room mentioned in Herbert S. Sinclair's will, named only by a number. Despite the house's official blueprint only showing a total of 45 rooms, the words of the legal document make it apparent that a 46th room in the house in fact exists. Finding this room is your primary objective while on the estate. It is your bequest. Okay. Is bequest actually a word, or is that a wordplay with quest and bequeath? It's your bequeathed quest. I don't know. I'll have to look it up in the dictionary afterwards, but I can't do that now because I'm not allowed to take a dictionary into the manor. So let's walk around.
What Google says is the act of bequeathing or leaving by will.
Ah, okay. Oh, I see. So bequest is the noun form of bequeath. That actually makes perfect sense. I should have thought of that. Okay, none of these things are clickable. Alright, let's see what this door... Oh, wait. I was able to go here. I mean, it said I needed the blueprints. Select a room to draft. So you're telling me I can pick what room is after this door. Okay, whenever you enter this room, gain 2 paces. Closet 2 items. And hallway. Okay.
I feel like bedroom is the best option.
Maybe. I mean, so far I haven't lost any. I think I started at 50, didn't I? By the way, I'm already looking forward to the sequel. Do you know why?
Why?
Because this game has only 46 rooms. The trunk is locked.
And the next one will have 47.
Yeah, exactly. That was the voice of Mr. Killapple. Thank you for joining us today. Okay. I'm really just focusing on which items are clickable. I do apologize if that seems a bit yeah, so that's oh. Okay, that is just about clickable. Greetings from Reddington. Okay. I cannot keep that. Can I not put that in my inventory? No, apparently not. Okay, so the only big thing here that was clickable... actually, let me check this. I haven't checked this yet. Okay, no. Okay, not clickable. So the only big thing here is the chest, and it says that it is locked, so we probably need to find... It's starting to feel like an escape room now, having to look for keys to open trunks and chests. But let's see what's here. Okay, select a room to draft. A nook. Oh, that gives me a key. I think that seems... Oh, I'm already at... Oh, I see. I must have reached 52 when I entered the room, because it said +2. But now I'm at 51, so this is the first time I've lost a pace. Okay. What is this? Not clickable. Oh, I see. It's a hat rack. There is a book there. There is a key. I will grab that key. I assume that will go in my inventory. Okay, nothing else is clickable. Oh, there is a clickable here. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal, will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you. Well, that contradicts the stipulation that I wasn't allowed to bring things, but I'm going to listen to the advice, and I'm going to get the same notepad that I used in Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. You remember that? So, oh, my apologies. That was the door. And I'm going to get a pen, because I have a favorite pen that I like to use for special occasions, which is usually Sudoku, but I have it right here. And now I am returning to the PC. So, I have a notebook in front of me. I will open it up to a blank page. and then I will continue. So, thank you for the suggestion there, game. Okay. So, this is where I came from. So this is the... Oh, that's the bedroom. This is the nook. Okay, I need to remember where everything was. So, let's open this. The trunk is locked. Use the key. That worked. Okay. 4, 4, 4. There are 12 coins in 3 bunches of 4. Okay, so the fact that I can just grab them suggests that this arrangement may not be relevant. On the other hand, if I come back tomorrow and it'll still be in that arrangement, then maybe, you know, maybe it is relevant. So let's try and remember that the 12 coins were in 3 bunches of 4. I have no clue if that's important. Alright, next door. So, do I want a pantry, a lavatory, or a parlor? The lavatory would be a dead end, so I'm going to hold off on that. But also this has a specific
Parlor looks like it has a puzzle piece to it.
Indeed, yeah. Both of them are a bend to the right. So let me quickly, once you have drawn floor, you must select one to draft. To have drawn floor plan. I see. Well, I wanted... Okay, I see. Alright, so this is where
You could
I
still
am.
open tab.
Yes, indeed. So this is why it's not giving... Wait, hang on, that's not right. It could totally give me something that goes to the left. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do the parlor, because I want to start doing actual puzzles, and I hope that this is going to be an interesting puzzle. So, let's see. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday, if I'm being frank. It had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of the game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, Lowry, Mr. Lowry. Okay, May the 2nd. I don't know if the date there, May the 2nd, is going to be relevant. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Okay, at least one that's only true, at least one that's only false, and only one box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. Wait, what? Oh, by displays they don't mean contains. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at the box. I assume that there is a okay, there you go. There are 3 boxes. Okay, so I'm willing to bet that I'm allowed to open only one box. Let me just quickly check if anything here is clickable. That I'm allowed to open only one box, and if I fail, I will not be allowed to try again until I call it a day. So, there are 3 boxes in this room. 2 boxes in this room are empty. This box is one of the 2 empty boxes. Aha. So, the first 2 are true according to what the letter said, right? There are 3 boxes in this room, and the letter said that 2 boxes are empty and one of them contain a prize. But it said display only true statements. So is there a way to like change the statement that I can't even click the lock, so I'm not even sure. If you have any ideas there, Sean, and do speak up. Let's think about this one. This box is one of the 2 empty
I have to be
boxes.
reminded of the puzzle here.
You have to say again?
So there's always one that tells the truth.
Yeah, there's one that tells the truth, one
and
that is
one that
always a
always
lie,
tells lies.
and only one box has a prize within. Okay. It says there will always be. That means that Maybe the displays on the boxes change if I leave the room and come back. No, that did not change. That is still the same. Well, that's interesting.
So the blue and the white one has to be telling the truth.
And therefore
as the puzzle indicates.
And therefore the black one is not empty.
So the black.
So it has to have the prize. All right, that's true. That seems logical. So how do we open it? Like I can't click on this. I can't do anything. I'm very confused by that. So let's see what happens if I move on to here. Okay. There is the storeroom has a key. So
Mr.
why don't
Killapple
we
says, "Look inside the room. There's something else in here."
look on the desk behind you? It says the sandwich savant in the chat. Okay, so I guess I have to click something here, but fine. Let's take a look at the desk. Oh, I totally missed that. Okay, there is a wind-up key, a component of the parlor game. Okay, that's it. That's the only other clickable thing here. Okay. In that case, right, click that. Click and click. Okay, so we had 2 ruby gems in here. And now I'm gonna go here and pick up a coin. And nothing there. A big, huge folded rug there. A key. Another gem. A different shape of gem than the ones in the box, but it counts them the same in the inventory. Okay, I believe that's all that is clickable, which means that that may have potentially been a little bit of a waste. So I need to be more careful with my room choices. But you know, as soon as I click on a door, it said that I have to pick, right? So, we've opened up these rooms so far, and you can clearly see that the only unresolved opening is in the entrance hall. Ah, this is Cool Dude. Oh my gosh, Cool Dude, welcome. Oh wow, you guys probably don't know Cool Dude, but I've known Cool Dude in the Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes community, and it is great to see you again there. I'm in the endgame stuff for this game. Okay, so I guess you're not gonna spoil anything, right?
I know Cool Dude as well.
Yeah, I remember I really, really, really liked his accent. So, if I were to place the pantry or the hallway here, I would create a dead end, right? It would not be possible to make any more progress. So I have to use the spare room.
The hallway would still get you an opening.
Oh, you're right. I missed that. I was only focused on this and that. You're correct. I'm still gonna do the spare room though. I think, right?
Fair enough.
Because after that we're gonna need to bend up, and who knows? You know, if I use up too many hallways, I don't know. I don't know anything about the game. So that is okay. Somebody was in the middle of painting this. Okay, this is not clickable. This is also not clickable. I thought I would get an inventory item here. So I guess that's it then. This is all there is. It's just a beautiful view, but nothing else. So let's take a look at this. Yep, we now need to bend left. Do we want a pantry, a lavatory, or a nursery? The lavatory and the nursery are both dead ends, so I have to do the pantry. Whenever you draft a bedroom... Oh, it has a gem requirement. So, is this like a permanent rule for the future that whenever I draft a bedroom from now on, I gain 5 paces each time? I guess that would make sense. But anyway, I need to do the pantry, and of course I get 4 coins in the process, and apparently an apple. Oh, plus 2 paces, that is nice. For this run through, yeah, more hinting that everything is going to reset itself when we restart. Okay, so we have 4 coins. Brigitte, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 pacer steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Or will it? That's cool, Tim. Alright. We should definitely talk and catch up after this, Kuldum. So, can I go up here? No, it does not let me walk up the ladder. That is unfortunate. I can also not click anything in the upper shelves. Alright. In that case, I'm going to assume that that's it. Ooh, there is an egg timer. But, ooh. All interesting pictures, but they don't seem to, like, you know, contribute to the puzzle. I can't interact with anything. Maybe they will become relevant later, or maybe not. So, I am now here, so I need something that is open on the top. The chapel would be open on the top, the office is not. So once again, I have very little choice. Whenever you enter chapel, you lose sanity, you lose everything. Because chapels are dumb. I'm sorry. Apologies to all of my religious viewers, of which I assume there are 0. But I apologize regardless to all 0 of them. So, nothing here is clickable. This is the 3rd time I'm seeing a chess piece. That is fascinating. Maybe at some point I'm gonna... Now, I was hoping that the chess pieces are marked on the map, and then maybe, you know, maybe this will create a chess puzzle at some point. You know, maybe I'm supposed, you know, maybe I should write this down, that there is a bishop here. What do you think? I don't want to waste too much time because people are watching. Okay, let me see if there's anything in the pews. I don't see anything here. Nothing there, nothing behind it. No. Well, unfortunately, this is barred. I don't think I can make progress there, so I'm going to need some kind of hatchet or something. So I'm gonna go here, press tab. So I can now go wherever I want, except dead end. I cannot have a dead end. So I think I'm gonna do the den so that I get 2 openings that I can make use of. Oh, that's why that opening is barred. It's because the storeroom doesn't have an opening, and that makes perfect sense. So let's open the den and get a gem. There it is. Doink. Yeah, there's not much... Oh, and there is a pawn here. But there's not much in the way of puzzles so far. The boxes puzzle was relatively simple, and, you know, I waited long enough that... like, I waited so long that you solved it for me. So, let's go left here. So, let's see. The closet. It does actually rotate the security room, which means that the opening to the left will be unhelpful, and the nursery will be a dead end. The closet will also be a dead end, but it contains 2 items. Are they puzzles? I don't know. View inventory of all items currently in the house. Does that include the chess pieces? If so, I want that. But I also kind of feel that I should put the security in a place where all 3 openings are available. I don't know, maybe that's not important. I'm gonna put security here, let's go. Alright, we have a cutscene. Is that me? That is me. It's a bit slow. Lots and lots of security monitors. There's a piano. There's me. Okay, so will the screen change as I move? Yes, it does. If I turn around, it does not show my angle. Well, anyway, I don't want to be too critical. Blue memos true, red memos lies. Okay. And that's it. Okay. VHS tapes. None of this is clickable. And neither is the cup. Okay, this is clickable. But the monitors are not. Okay, let's see what this is. Welcome to Mount Holly Security. Press enter. Security. View estate inventory. Keycard system. Log into network. Okay. The following is a detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. This list will be updated as new rooms are added. It will be updated as new rooms are added. I see. Okay. Main menu. Keycard system. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. Settings. Security level medium. Can I set that to 0? Offline mode locked. Set security level. Determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed in your estate. E.g., you should expect to see 1 or 2 with a low setting. Well, then why wouldn't I make it easy for myself, right? I assume that this is a difficulty setting, kind of, you know, like maybe you want to play this on easy, medium, or hard. And I'm gonna start with the easy, so let's see, change offline mode. This mode determines the default setting the security doors will be set to if power is lost during a blackout, for example. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working on the estate. Okay. Then I will do that, because I'm staff. Mwahaha. But generally, it'll just make it easier, right? Maybe there's a puzzle later where I have to intentionally cause a blackout in order to unlock a room. Who knows? Alright, so far for that. Return to security menu. So log into network. That requires a password. Incorrect password, as expected. Right, exit. So, we need to keep in mind that keycards are relevant and a password may be relevant. Okay, so that's what the security room does. Nice. Anything clickable here? Coffee machine? Anything? Nope. There's a lot of decoration in this game that is not clickable. Do you remember the coffee machines in Lorelei?
That I do.
Okay. Tab. So, oh, can I not rotate the hallway? It would be nice if I could rotate it. guest bedroom once again would be a dead end. I think I'm going to put the dead ends left of security. So how about the drawing room? That will open up the most. No, that opens up 2 and this one opens up 2. So I'm gonna do this. But then this one, oh wait, the den has an opening up. So yeah, that's fine then. You may draw new floor plans while drafting this room. Okay, that sounds possible. Let's do that. Okay, again, not clickable. See, it's hard to tell how much of this detail in the background I'm supposed to be paying attention to. Because, you know, I noticed, for example, there are 3 of the same guy here, and then there's the same guy again there. I'm sure that this is relevant somehow. Here's the same guy, but facing the other direction. But, you know, until I'm, like, given some kind of challenge where this seems relevant, I don't know how much of this to pay attention to. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select 1 to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Yes, yeah, I saw that. Thank you. That is not new information anymore at this point. Cool. So, let's take a look at what else is clickable. Nothing here. Nothing here. So, alright, maybe I should try and just be a bit more efficient in trying to get to the antechamber. What do you think? Should I just try and make a beeline for that? Oh, none of these allow me to turn right. Well, that's annoying.
Very new to this game, so I don't know.
All good, no worries. Redraw floor plans. I'm gonna just put a hallway here, and then I can probably use up some of the dead ends here. Oh, there is something on the table there. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Red meant that's a lie, right? It said blue was true and red was a lie. So doors in the west wing are less likely to be locked. Okay. I think I should write that down. I think I should also go back to the security room to make absolutely sure that I remember that correctly about the blue and the red. I wonder if there is a colorblind mode for this game for people who... There we go. So blue true, red lie. Blue true, red lie. Good to know. So let's go back here. The walking is a bit slow. So I'm going to write down the corrected statement. Or, no, actually no. I'm going to write an X for lie. And I'm going to use tick marks for the blue ones. And I'm going to write the whole thing. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Doors. And now the pen gives up the ghost. Doors in the west wing. The west wing are more likely, and now I wrote tightly, to be locked. Apologies for the wait. Okay, so there's this. It's not clickable, not clickable, not clickable, nothing's clickable. So I want to put a dead end thing on the on this door, right? Is this the direction I'm facing? Yes. Okay. Oh, I have to be close enough. All right. There you go. I can put a lavatory there. Wasn't there some benefit to the lavatory last time? No, that was the bedroom, wasn't it? Anyway, let's just see if there's anything here to be found. His. Oh no, it's HSS. It's Herbert. What was the name? Doesn't matter. Yeah, nothing is clickable. I'm starting to wonder you know, if part of the puzzle is to pick the right rooms that have as many clickable things in them as possible. This really does look like it's just a dead end. But maybe it was still a good idea to use it up so that I get fewer lavatories in my future selections. Who knows? So over here, I want to be able to go forward and left, but maybe also right. So why don't we put a passageway? Oh, that has a massive gem requirement. I think I'm gonna try the corridor then, and then hope to God that I get a T-piece that will allow me to go up and down in order to fill the rest of the space. Okay. Oh shit, what did it say? It said corridor doors are always locked or something? I neglected to read that. Corridor is always left unlocked. Oh. What other doors can get locked? I didn't know that. Okay. Can I click any of this? No. All of this is unclickable. This hat is also unclickable. Okay. So, another room. Let's see, I would prefer to be able to go left and up. The boudoir can only go left, and the patio can only go left. Right, and it doesn't let me exit this, right? Once you have drawn floor plans, you must select one to draft. Okay. So that means I have to lock off the path here and then go through the den. And hope to God that I get something open to the top. So, let's pick the spread gems in each green room. Well, I don't have any green rooms yet. Does that happen when you draft it, or is that... it sounds like it should be. I'm gonna do the boudoir. There you go. So, I'm gonna assume that there is nothing clickable because the draft didn't say anything. It didn't say puzzle piece. It didn't say coin. Ooh. Okay, there is a piece of a photo, maybe just a photo. Effects happen immediately when drafted unless otherwise stated. Thank you, Sandwich Savant. Oop, there is something under there, but no, I cannot pick that. Okay. Well, it looks like there's nothing in here, so I'm going to assume... Oh, there is a save here. Okay, obviously I don't have a combination, so I'm going to cancel that, but I'm going to write that boudoir has a save.
What about the Christmas picture?
Oh, you think it might have the code on it? That is a good thought.
Maybe.
I'm stuck. Ah. Okay, let's take a closer look at it then.
Like, look on the right.
Mm-hmm. It does not let me zoom into that. So how could you interpret this into digits? I mean, there are different colored baubles here. We have different sizes and colors of presents. There is this lighting, you know, the fairy lights. So there's a lot to interpret here. The bows, there are 2, 2, and then 4, 4, and then 2, 2 again, and another 2. But then there's also this one here, which is hard to see, but I think it's probably a 4. Well, let's take a closer look at the save. Let's see if it tells us something if we put in a wrong code. Okay, it doesn't even tell us how many digits there are. Yeah. Okay,
Maybe
so
because it's Christmas. Maybe it's month and day.
the current month and day.
Like
Oh, you
12/25.
That's American, but sure, I'll try that. Oh my gosh. How did you know that?
Oh my god, yes!
That is inaccessible to Europeans. Okay, I get a gem. And, oh, I was about to say this is not clickable, but it is. Lol. Epic Toast is here. Welcome, Epic Toast. Herbert. I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marian's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. And that sounds very, very critical. And it is true that at the start in the opening, it didn't mention anything about the niece. It only talked about the... Oh, wait, I am the niece's son. So Marian is actually my mom in this universe. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifice as she did. But for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. I missed that chat message. Bruh, I got the biggest giga chat ego from just solving that. I see. Oh, from the Christmas date. There's further hints for that puzzle, so props for just getting it like that. Ah, there are further hints that we didn't see, okay. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew, as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies, and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Okay, so there's something about color of a flag. That's the only thing that jumped out at me. Maybe there are other things in here. Play the king's scullion. I don't know what scullion means, do you?
No clue what the king's scallion refers to.
Okay. Alright, well... Color of the flag, There is a playing card here, Queen of Diamonds. There is a card there.
I'm just more or less happy that I just got that without any hints whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what the other clues are that Epic Toast alluded to. Are they in the picture? No. No. Well, I don't know what those other clues would have been. Something here? Is this supposed to be a mirror? Because it's not showing anything. Okay, well, let's continue. I want to go south. You'll see eventually. Oh, eventually. Okay, so they're not in this room. So, I need to be able to go forward and left, which the dining room allows me to do. The commissary does not, so I have to pick the dining room. Each day, a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. Where is my rank? I don't see my rank.
Bottom right.
Oh, I see. By rank, they mean line in the grid. 2, 4, 6, 8. So this rank here. Is that what they mean? I think that's what they mean. Because rank and file in chessboards, it uses chess terminology there. Okay, we have the dining room. There is a lot of wine. Mr. Killapple, no relevance to the gameplay, but I was just eating some colored sprinkle, and I'm not kidding, one of the types is just a glazed uncooked spaghetti piece. That happens, I guess. I found an uncooked spaghetti piece on my kitchen floor earlier today, but it's less surprising because I was actually doing spaghetti the day before. There is a pawn. Okay, So I'm starting to wonder if maybe I actually should write down all the chess pieces. What do you think? No, I'll go back through the rooms once I have a reason to look for chess pieces. For now, I want to put one of the dead ends here, I think. Yes, here. I want to put a dead end here. The utility closet that has a breaker box, also nursery. Which one? Let's go with the... I still have enough. But then again... If I do this now, then I'll be able to get paces later. I don't know. I want to know what the breaker box is. The fact that it advertises that so heavily strongly suggests that it's important. Okay, nothing clickable here. Nothing clickable here. Just making sure. So, this is the breaker box. Let's open it up. Danger. Toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. Keycard entry system. Aha, so I can... Right, so I can actually cause a blackout by fiddling with this. Interesting. Okay, I have not opened up any of those rooms. But it's good to know that this is here, and I will come back to it later if I need to. I need to remember that, though. I'm gonna write down that the utility... Oh, it does. It still says breaker box on the map. In that case, I don't need to write that down. So... Shattering Exterminator 6 says, cheap viewers... Oh! Jesus Christ, why am I reading it that far? Go away. That was unfortunate. I should probably... Here, Epic Toast, would you like moderator access? Is there a way that I can just mod you? Trying to mod Epic, so you're a mod now. Mr. Kill Apple, I can mod you as well. And Sean, you too. Okay? Alright. So, let's see. I need something that can...
You really trust us with mod status?
I mean, what's the worst you can do? You can't ban me, I don't think. So it says here West Wing Hall, and we had the statement that doors in the West Wing are less likely to be locked. Well, whatever. I'm just gonna do that because it's the only one that allows me to fill the bottom left corner of the grid. Interesting. Why is this barred? Nothing's clickable. This is clickable. Staff notice, June 5th, 1983. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Espen, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, ooh, there is more to this. Out of respect for blah, blah, the West Wing will be closed. We ask that staff members refrain from drafting them. I don't know if I can follow that, because I want to fill this last corner with another dead-end room. The closet with 2 items. A package will be delivered here the day after. Ooh, okay, so there's definitely something I need to wait for the next day to get. Alright, let's start with the closet. Let's just see what the 2 items are. There is a dice, an ivory die. While drafting, you may use the die to roll new floor plans. Okay, thank you. And then we have this. Lucky Rabbit's Foot. Greater chance of finding items. A genuine Lucky Rabbit's Foot. Awesome. Well, and that's it. Okay, so now I have to go all the way back to the den. That's the only connection I have where I can still add new rooms. So from here, I need to go forward again and then right. And then from here I need to go forward and then right. I could open up... Yeah, it doesn't matter whether I go through the den or here. I can just do it here. Now I need to be able to turn left. Oh, the door is locked. Should I use the key? Well, for now, let's see if I can get there through the den. Ooh, this is so imposing. Is this the real time? No, it can't be. The minute hand is going too fast. Let's see. Okay, it lets me do this without using a key. So I cannot use these because that would make a dead end. I have to use the East Wing Hall. Okay, I'm gonna assume that everything I've already seen before is still not clickable. I kind of expected a note on here because there was a note in the West Wing. But I guess now the only thing I can do is continue on here. Yeah, let's do that. Gymnasium. Dark room. You cannot see the floor plans while drafting in this room. I see. And then we have the observatory. The gymnasium and the dark room are both perfect in terms of the doors that they provide. So I think I'm going to put the dark room in a place where I'm happy to put a dead end. Right, so I'm gonna use the gymnasium now. Whenever you enter a gymnasium, you lose 2 steps. Oh, Jesus. Plus 1 star for each time you've drafted observatory. Alright. Let's start with the observatory. I want to see what's there. Oh! What? Was that a bug?
You almost saw a graphical glitch there.
I hope that was a bug because I can't get it back. But yeah, it felt like the room was just still loading. Lol. Okay, I can click this to rotate it, but nothing else happens. That was a Giga bug. Okay, got it. And that one also rotates. Am I supposed to read any geograph? It seems to rotate by more than 360 degrees. Okay, I can keep clicking it and it just keeps rotating. What is this? Number 10. Obviously gonna be relevant to some puzzles at some point, but ooh, I can rotate this. Well, before I do so, let me just explore the rest of the whole room first. Go up the stairs, please. Okay, this I can also turn. I'm willing to bet that this is probably the, oh no, it is the telescope. I was gonna say it's the roof. Okay, fine. Then let's go back to the telescope. Can I jump? No, I can't. So far I've not needed any of the keys, except tab, I suppose, for the floor plan. So let's see what happens if I do this. It's literally the same thing. Oh, I see. So I need to arrange it in such a way that I can actually use, like, I can look into the telescope from up there. Okay. So that's the wrong way. That's the correct way. Let's do more of the correct thing. Okay, that seems promising. Oh, I need to climb up even higher. No, I don't. I just need to get it up. Okay. So if I do this, it goes down. Okay, come to Papa. Yeah, okay, cool, but now I can't get close enough. Well, Also, there's an opening there. Am I supposed to be able to jump up there? I don't know. Okay, is this a puzzle or is this something that I can only access later? Okay, this is at its maximum.
This is a puzzle.
Alright, do you have any ideas as to what I could try? I suppose I can put this all the way down.
I
There
do
you go,
have
this is
one
the
idea,
furthest
but I
down.
don't know if it's gonna be the solution.
I also just noticed there is a knight, another chess piece. Yeah, go ahead. Speak freely.
What if we try to aim the telescope through the gap?
Yeah, I thought of that too. But you can see I'm still not tall enough to actually look into it. Wrong direction. There we go. Oh, I need to click it in order to see it. Okay, there is a star there. North Star, gain 2 coins.
Is that all to it?
Well, did you notice that mouse cursor changing? I assume that you can see the mouse cursor, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the left arrow key makes this happen, and as soon as I move the mouse, it goes away. And then the up arrow key does that too. I don't know what that means, but let's move the let's move it in the direction indicated. So I need to move it so that the telescope goes to the right. So I need to move this to the left, and that's wrong. Alright. Let's see what's in here. Nope, it doesn't let me click it. Interesting. Oh, I see. Maybe I need to aim at this thing, so I need to raise the telescope. Okay, let's try that. Finally, a room where there is something to do. Okay, which way do I need to go? I need it to go this way. That's as far as it can go. And I can't tell if that's... Is that... No, I wanted it to go further up. And it doesn't go further up. I just noticed that it says rank 5 in the bottom right corner, and that is indeed the 5th row in the floor plan, so I'm gonna assume that that's what they mean by rank. So if I do... Oh, can I click this? Yeah, it just moves along that... Oh! Oh! So if I do this... I don't know why I would want this, but so I just want to see what happens if I, if I move it in such a way that the I think I failed to go up the stairs. Can I go up the stairs, please? Thank you. Okay, so let's see what happens if I move it down from here. Maybe further. Aha! Aha! Planetarium. If you call it a day in planetarium, gain 2 stars. You found a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add planetarium to your drafting pool? Yes. Anything else I could do? Right. Sean, are you looking? Are you listening to me through the stream, or are you listening on Discord?
Through the stream.
Yeah, you might get less. I guess, yeah, you want the game audio. That's why you're doing it. It's understandable, because you know that.
Yeah, that's why I am doing that.
But that surely that also means that you hear yourself, then, doesn't it?
Yes, that's also true.
Okay, I have to use my last and only key to make any progress whatsoever. So I'm going to do that. Okay, dead end. Rumpus room. I have to do something that is not a dead end. But I could redraw.
You can also re-roll rooms, too, as well.
Yeah, but I think the Rumpus room is cool. It gives me 8 coins. I'm gonna do the Rumpus room. Nothing clickable here. There is a salt shaker. You found a glass salt shaker. Whenever you eat food and gain paces, gain an extra pace. Alright, cool. Nothing clickable here. Nothing clickable here. Okay. So I have a suspicion that the idea here is actually for you to get familiar with all, you know, sort of the basic principles of the rooms. And then in later playthroughs, there was something else clickable, Mr. Killapple? And then in later playthroughs, maybe you're
I think
supposed
it's talking
to...
about the genie or whatever, the fortune teller.
This. It's not clickable, unfortunately. You know, I think that
Look
maybe
in the bottom left of your screen.
Oh. 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 I was only looking at the mouse cursor. My apologies.
And as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something. Something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag.
The color of the flag is red.
I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost route beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Click. I don't know if that gave me any useful information. It doesn't let me put in another coin, so I can't replay that. But we've seen, okay, so we've seen a door with a moon motif, a rogue moon. You could say it's a moon room. And it was behind the beach. What was the thing that he said before the door? See, I've already forgotten. Anyway, there is a bishop here. Was that here before? I don't remember seeing that, but I wasn't paying attention to it, so it's plausible. Let's see, what else? Oh, there are coins. Whoa, lots and lots and lots of coins. And even more coins. Okay. Yeah, none of this is clickable. Okay. So, let's see. I need to be able to go forward and right. None of them go both forward and right. And this is my last chance to make progress. So I have to either use the courtyard or redraw. I'm going to redraw. The Great Hall has 7 locked doors. Okay. Yeah, the other 2 are gonna be dead ends, right? Because this is gonna... Yeah. So I have to use the Great Hall. And that has an opening on all sides, but it has lots and lots of doors here. So what happens if I don't want to... Should I risk it? I think I'm gonna risk it. I'm just gonna open this door. Aww. Aww. Okay, this one is
I think
going
all of
to...
them are locked, man.
Right. Yeah, because there's already a room there. Okay, but this one here is probably going to allow me to just place something here. Let's find out. Nope. That is also locked. And that is also locked. Okay.
I think I'm being real with you, Chief. I think... Is there any other openings?
Well, I don't... Yes, this one here. I don't have a key, so it's possible that I'm... 7 locked doors, yeah. Oh, 7. Oh, shit. Oh, this one's also locked. Oh, that means I'm fried. Yeah, no, I know that it's...
Yeah, I think this is a restart, man.
Okay. Let's see, I still have... What does that do again? Greater chance of finding items. And whenever you eat food and gain paces, gain an extra. Okay. So, we have reached the end of... So, I suppose I could go back to the security room. And it'll tell me if there are any objects that I haven't collected yet. I think I want to do that. I just really wish that I could just click here and just go there. Yeah, it doesn't let me just jump there, does it? Okay, so now that I understand the game a little better, I guess these are the rooms that I have already placed. You can move faster by yes, of course, that's what the other
shift
key
to
was.
run?
Yes, that's what the other key was. I completely forgot. Okay, it doesn't seem to work. Okay, it works with the shift key on the side of the mouse, which is very inconvenient. Okay, so where do I need to go? I need to go here. So, I think it was here, wasn't it? On the screen. Press enter. Estate inventory. I have 2 coins and 1 gem. And an upgrade disc, but not a key, so that won't help. And also it doesn't tell me where the coins and the gem are. I hate that. I can't select them. Upgrade disc. This doesn't tell me where the coins are either, does it? This one here said +8, but I'm pretty sure I collected those, right? There were 2 piles of 4.
Yeah.
This one here says 1 coin. So it's probably not that. Unless it's one of... It could be the pantry. No, I remember picking up a pile of coins next to that note. Okay, so any of you who have been watching, do you want to take a guess as to where the missing coins are? And also the upgrade disc. I think I'm going to write down what I'm still looking for. 1 gem, 2 coins. Let's see, 1 gem. Stupid pen, please write. Thank you. 1 gem, 2 coins, and 1 disc. I'm just going to call it a disc. Okay. Zeddy is playing himself. Welcome to the chat, though. Welcome to the stream, rather. Gonna head out for a bit. Thank you for joining us, Epic Toast. No clue for the coins or gem. Might be able to tell you the one with the upgrade disc. Please do. I don't want to have to go through the entire mansion. Just tell me the room. In the meantime, I'm just going to walk around a bit. Show me your floor plan. Okay. Take a screenshot of this so that I can continue. So, is the disc here perhaps? The upgrade disc? No? Okay. Ooh. Oh, I didn't look at this at all. Okay. Staff notice, effective the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Right, and then of course the password is unreadable. Let's see. Are these supposed to be hints at something? I don't know.
It's...
Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. And that is supposed to be a lie. So,
a lie.
I'm gonna write X and say the antechamber has been unlocked. The antechamber.
I wonder if the terminal password is Sinclair.
It has been unlocked.
It starts with an S.
Okay, I will entertain that possibility in a second. Let me just read this. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Okay. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. As a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Right. I mean, I'm not even sure why. I don't think I need to write that down. Let's see. Try to read the password if you can't. Well, a loop can help. Figured it out, but you probably aren't getting it. Great Hall. So first let's try this. So you say that it could be Sinclair because of the S.
That's
There are
what I
two
thought.
ways to get the password. There are 2 ways to get the password. Nope. Okay. So, Great Hall. Let's try to go to the Great Hall. We need to go to the chapel. I don't understand why they don't let me use the other shift key. That's kind of stupid. Okay, where's the Great Hall? I need to go... entrance hall. Right. Pretty sure I've seen this. Yes, I've seen this. Okay, so let's look around. It's not here. Not here. Okay, there's a Queen of Diamonds. An ace. Ooh, it's an ace of spades. Oh, it is spades. Okay, I thought that was a spade, a big spade in the center, but a diamond under the A, but it's not. Okay, so that's an ace of spades, a Queen of Diamonds. And that's it. Just those two. And it is 10 past 6. Okay, so what am I looking for here in the Great Hall? Did you say the disc is here, or is this where I can find a hint for the password?
Show me the
This
map
isn't
again.
the Great... Oh, okay, this isn't the Great Hall. The Great Hall is... Ah, that Great Hall. Shit. It would be nice
You will
if I
not
could
make
just
it.
make it. Wait, am I running out of time? Oh, the pacing. I forgot about that. Well. Okay, so I need to, from here I need, oh shit. Oh, there's a dead end. That was, okay, now I'm down to 2 and 1 and 0. Okay. You have used all your paces and must now call it a day. You have pushed yourself to the very edge of exhaustion and must now return to your campsite to get some rest. You can continue your search tomorrow, however, the house might be a little bit different. I see. So now we will find out whether by tomorrow it means actual tomorrow. Okay. Yes, that is correct. Exit. Save and continue or save and quit. Alright, so let's see. Where I live it is 5:55. I'm down for a little bit more. Day 2. Okay, so now let's go to, oh, floor plan. Ah, the floor plan is empty now. Okay, so everything starts over. Do I have any inventory? Apparently not. Nice, same time zone, yeah. Okay, so what does this say? This is the exact same thing as before, right? Yeah. So, right, let's try to beeline. Okay, let's try to make an absolute beeline to the antechamber. So I'm gonna pick everything that has an opening on the top. Okay. Last time it was lose a pace, and now it's lose a coin. Interesting. And nothing's open to the top. So let's pick... what's more useful? A gem or a key? I think a key. I'm gonna go with the key. And also the nook, you know, I haven't seen the nook yet. Okay, so... let's see, there is a key. Can I pick that? Nope, I cannot pick those. There is something here. Oh yeah, the note thing. Okay. Alright. So maybe I have seen a nook before. So now I need to turn left. Parlor allows me to turn left. and it's the only one. So I'm gonna go there, and there is a puzzle piece. Let's see. Oh, is this the... Yeah, this is the one with the boxes. Let's see if the rules are still the same. Can I click this, please? There will always be at least one box which displays only true. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within. Okay, let's see what they say this time.
Let's see if the hints are the same.
This box is the black box. False. This box is the blue box. Also false. Therefore, this one must be true. The box that claims to be black has the gems. Alright, the one that claims to be black must be the
This
gem.
will be the blue box.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. So now I want to... Why did I pick the guest? Oh, I'm stupid. I didn't pick the guest bathroom. Sorry. Okay, I'm at the parlor. So I need to... corridor is always left unlocked or hallway. Yeah, let's do the corridor. Nope, nothing here. Nothing here. And nothing here. I cannot look under the hat in case there is a coin lurking somewhere. Okay. Alright, go here. Let's go spare room. That has an opening up top. Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay. Next one, we want the courtyard or the den. Well, the den gives me a gem. It's a den gem. The gem den. The gem den gives me a den gem. Let's go. Alright. Nothing here. There's a pawn. Pick up the gem. Anything here? Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Nothing there. Okay. Let's see. Let's go left. Let's see. Let's see if I can get away without using with not using the... There you go, I can. So that will not work. That will not... Ah, okay, those both work. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. And spread gems in each green room. So you said that these things activate at the moment that I draw it, right? Sorry, at the moment that I draft it, rather. Which means that at the moment this does nothing because I don't have any green rooms. I'm gonna go with the drawing room, not least because if I do this... Oh, I see. No, I was about to say if I do this, then I'm cutting off this entire part of the dimension, but I'm not because the entrance hall has a connection there. But still, let's just do the drawing room. Okay. Yeah, we already know that. There is a telephone here. Can that be used? No. I can click the door, obviously, but let's see, nothing here. Okay, I don't think there's anything here. So, I want to go up, which means I'm gonna go this way. Ooh, I just instinctively pressed that without thinking. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite me. So, I need to be able to go left. I think this is a perfect place to put the dark room. Okay, maybe not perfect, but you know, I can still go left from the den. So I think I'm gonna put the dark room here. That'll also help me learn what it is. Ooh, there was something here and now it's not there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think there's anything clickable here. Okay, So, let's go left. But this is risky, right? Because, oh, wrong one. This is risky because the stipulation here was that I can't see the... Oh, it's locked anyway. Cool. And that's also locked. Well, that's annoying. In that case, the only way to make progress is to go left from the den. So, here?
What about the
Yes.
dining room? Oh.
Yeah, so apart from the den, the only other openings are chapel and entrance hall. So, if this is also locked, yeah, it's also locked. That means I have to go back to the chapel. Well, that's really annoying.
What about the drawing room?
Alright, let's go a bit faster. It's not that much faster. So, the drawing room. Where's the drawing room? Oh, I went past it. Oh. Oh no, that only allows me to open to the bottom. I wanted to get to the antechamber. Okay, so this is the entrance hall, so I need to go this way. Right. Bedroom would work. Let's do the bedroom. And I gain 2 paces. Did it say whenever you enter the bedroom? So can I just keep going in and out? Yes, apparently I can. But it doesn't actually go up.
Yeah, but I was
Because-
stuck at 34.
I see, it's because... Right, it's because... the threshold between rooms is what deduces the paces. Reduces the paces. Deducts the paces. That is a blindfold. A sleep mask. A black silk sleep mask. The first time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5. No, the first time you enter each bedroom. So that means I can already use it now.
So try enter this one.
Yes, I'm going to create a new room and then I'm gonna go in, come back into the bedroom and then go in again. So, yeah, let's go here. Shit! All of these are dead ends. Oh. Okay, but the guest bedroom will give me plus 10, so that's good. But still, that the antechamber is now... Well, hang on, it's not completely unreachable. I could find a key somewhere, right? If I find a key anywhere, then I can open the door in the den. Right, so let's do the guest bedroom just to get steps. Okay, so that will take me up to... No, come on. Ah, there you go, guest bedroom. Plus 10, and then plus 5. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, because... Oh. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that, because now I have to go in here again to explore it. I should have done that first, before going back in. Sinclair, I wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen a billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Okay. So this is describing a game. Is that game contained in this room? There is a mirror here. No, it's a magnifying glass. There you go. A wooden brass magnifying glass. Inspect documents of the estate more closely. Interesting. Can I sleep? No. So why would the magnifying glass be in the guest bedroom? Okay, there's nothing here. Oop, there. Okay, those are towels, not documents. Okay. So, no, it does not let me examine any of these books. Aha! I can use the magnifying glass to look for things. Ooh. Is that something? Yeah, I don't think I see anything here that I wouldn't be able to see in the in the unmagnified image. I don't see anything extra here. So I'm gonna claim that that is just to showcase the magnifying glass without actually giving any info. So, what else can I do? Oh yeah, there is something here. Aha, so the magnifying glass just always appears now. But yeah, I don't think there's anything here. Oh, maybe the magnifying glass helps with reading the password in the security room. If I can find the security room again. Also, that is very shiny. Alright. So, let's see, where do I need to go? I need to go... Yeah, the only opening that's still available that is not locked is the entrance hall and the south end of the drawing room. So I'm gonna do the entrance hall right now. I'm gonna do the hallway so that I can keep my options open. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh. This is red, so it's a lie. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. It's exactly the same thing as we saw last time. Okay, so here I need to turn left. The music room allows me to turn left. Can I grab these? No. Can I use these? No. Okay, a deer and a tag with a 10. There's a key. Perfect. Okay, that is what I needed, right? Because now, ooh. So, what could the magnifying glass possibly give me here? Probably nothing, but let's just read the lyrics. Find here within these first words sung the key you seek in major tongue, but half the sheets are missing from the four you hold, the rest far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. Among the scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys, in bold words, sung by you and me, a fractured note, an urgent plea, in bold words sung, I do repeat. The ones of you who oft assume that you alone can solve this tune are likely going to get your due and all the rage that will ensue while working on this simple clue. While pages lined with melodies do hide the words we've come to seek, and from our choice among all these, we write down one that seems to be the loudest typed with ink that bleeds. Okay, so I tried to interpret what the entire text is telling me, but the only thing that stands out to me is first words. It was on, wasn't it? There it is, on. First words on the. First words on the. So, let's see. First words are find the, but the, first on the pages, maybe find
Maybe on
Find
each.
among the white. Find among the white. Maybe the first words after every clef, because I noticed that there is a bass clef here, so, and a treble clef here. So maybe half quiet. No, that doesn't really make sense. Bold. Work. Simple. Working simple. So we had half quiet, bold, working simple. Yeah, I don't think this is it. And then we have loudest ink.
Um,
Go on.
Maybe we need to find more music.
Yes, because it said that there are missing pages. I get that. There is another key. A key to the secret garden. Okay. That's not the secret room, right? Okay. Right. So let's see where I can go here. I must not use up the key if I encounter a locked room. Okay, security. I definitely. So the other two would just be dead ends. So let's do security here. Oh, gem requirement. Oh no, that means I have to put a dead end here. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, well, I can do the breaker box, I guess. Okay, nothing here is clickable, yeah. Okay, so what do we know about the breaker box? I don't think we know what to do with any of these. Gymnasium, dark room,
What if we
garage?
turn on the dark room?
Good idea. Okay, I've turned on the dark room.
And maybe if we go to the dark room now, it would be lit up.
Does anyone know what VAC stands for? Well, Valve anti-cheat. Keepo. Okay, so I need to go. I'm gonna go to the hallway and put one more dead end room there. Such as the storeroom. That bingo, that gives me another key. Okay, so there is a key here, there is a gem here, and there are supposed to be coins here, and also a pawn. There is a coin. Bingo. Okay, what do you guys say? Very awesome cat. That's Steam's anti-cheat security thing for stuff like TF2. The VAC signals, you will need 2 more rooms with the info for that. Okay. Right. So, where do I need to go now? I need to go to the den. I want to go west on the den. So I need to turn right here. And what was it about the chapel? Every time I enter the chapel, I lose a coin. Yep, indeed, I lost the coin. So maybe I shouldn't have picked up the coin. I don't know. I would have had to go through the chapel anyway. Okay, where do I go now? Left. Special keys? Oh, that's the garden key. Yeah, we don't want to use the garden key.
Maybe for the garden.
Yeah. So, I want to beeline to the antechamber, so the pantry is useful, but so is the kitchen. But the kitchen would eat up my gem. I'm gonna use the pantry. And would you want to bet that the other side of the pantry is locked? Okay, 5 apples, bananas, oranges, right? This doesn't change. The magnifying glass probably doesn't show anything there. Plus 2 steps, okay. 2 paces. Alright, so I want to go forward from here. And none of them let me go forward. Is that intentional? It's trying to prevent me from going to the antechamber. Okay. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. Okay. So if I have that... Do I have that? I can't read that, but I think it says whenever you enter...
You do have the mask.
The mask? How does the mask help?
Gives you 10 steps by walking into that room.
Right, that's true. Right, but also the bedroom thing says whenever you enter I think it says whenever you walk into a bedroom, you gain 2 steps. Remember, we were going back and forth into and out of that same bedroom. So yes, I think I'm going to do the... Wait, but in order... If I do this now, I have to use up the last key in the dark room, and that's kind of dangerous. Ugh. This is so hard to decide.
But the dark room is lit, though.
Yes, but the rule probably still applies, even if the dark room is lit. You still don't get to see the rooms that you draft until you've drafted them.
Well, we'll see about that.
So, well, I have to pick one of these. And if I pick the commissary, it takes me to the exact same space where the dark room could go. So I think I'm gonna do that, because then I can open up that space without being blind. Maybe it's worth investigating. Maybe, what, the vac? The bunk
The dark
room
room,
are 2 bedrooms,
I think.
meaning you get double triggers. Yeah, no, I know that. Wait, it does not give you 2 steps. Why would it not give me 2 steps if the... Oh, it's because the rule on the bedroom only applies to that very bedroom, not to every bedroom. Okay. Okay, got it. And I don't have a nursery, but I do have the mask. Okay. So I'm gonna go with the commissary so that I don't have to, do the risky thing on the dark room. I mean, I will probably still have to do the risky thing, but I can do it northward. And we have a password here, effective the first week of December payroll. I think this is the same as what we saw earlier, isn't it? So let's see if... Aha! This is actually readable now. SW, it's Swanson G. So, Swan Song. Swanson G, Jesus. It's Swan Song. Okay. Got it. Without... Okay, well, I saw this in the spare room, and this is probably in the food room, whatever that was called. And the commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16 is a lie. Huh. Weird. Ooh. Oh, I can buy things here, right? I have 4 coins. Let's see. Yes. For sale today. I can buy a key for 10 coins, and I have only 4. Okay. This is for sale today, but there was this salt shaker that I found somewhere. I think that was previous day, wasn't it? Maybe if I find that salt shaker again, I can actually sell it here and get coins, and then trade them for a key. Who knows? But for now, I don't need any of those things. Annual Maid's Day sale, 2 days only. All items are 50% off. All staff welcome day 20 and 11. 20 and 21. Does that mean I have to pay special close attention to specific days like day 20? Okay, let's see. None of these is clickable, and it's not showing me the insert coin thing this time. So I think I'm gonna go here, and going here means opening that up. And again, it doesn't let me... Oh, it does. The security lets me go up. Yes, I think I want to do the security. Gem requirement, no! And I cannot get out of this, which means I have to put the stupid mail room. Aww. Order
Didn't
placed.
you get the package room yesterday?
No. No, it was in the deck. I had the opportunity to select it, but I didn't draft it. Simon P. joins. Mount Holly Estate. Fen Aries 63080. So obviously any one of these things could be a password or a... In fog we are lost. In fire we are found. The Grand Realm of Pen Aries. This is actually genuinely unreadable without the glass, because... Oh, wait a second. If I look at only the highlighted thing, it says the Glind. You see what I'm saying? The red highlight. You have the, and then the G from Grand, the L in Realm, and then in Fire we are found we have IN and ND. The Glind. I don't know if that's relevant. Okay, so I kind of feel the need to write this down, so I'm going to do that. The Grand Realm of Fen Aries. Let's see. The Grand is Grand capital. Oh, it's in all caps, so it doesn't matter. The Grand Realm of Fen Aries. In fog we are lost. In fire we are found. Okay. I wrote that down. Oh, completely forgot that there is something to be read here. Can I safely assume that the rest of these things are not... okay, maybe that number there. SKR, is that an R? I think that's an R. Yeah, SKR 6789. I'm gonna write that down as well, just in case. In before the zip codes are gonna be relevant at some point. Hey buddy, how's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage, packing the tent. Oh, as I'm writing this. Oh, I see. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow, so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate, but with all the preparations I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. Well, you did. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot the stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations that I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do both of us a favor, be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliché expressions when we say farewell. P.S. Get some sleep each night, and don't spend all your time each day playing Dirigiblocks. Dirigiblocks. I don't know if that's something we're still yet to encounter. Alright, so. That is not clickable. Alright, so, oh, there's a lot more stuff here. Oh, none of this is clickable. Ooh, there is a card. Ah, a security card. An electronic key card opens electronically powered security doors. Okay. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Rivane to sender, as he no longer is employed with our staff. And then here it says, did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? So, Denny Rivane. Was it Denny or Danny? No, it's Denny. Okay, Denny Rivane stole the Baron's mail. Don't know if that's relevant, but Syncaco, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Is that clickable? Aha! Utility room fuse box. More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address client has provided. Okay. Press any button above to activate blue. Press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. Interesting. Press any button above to activate blue. So is this referencing the VAC? Yes, it is, because it's pointing at this. Right, so press any button above to activate blue. Press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. I don't know what to make of this, and there's a lot. I don't think I can write this down with a pen, so I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Back when I was playing Lorelei, I was using screenshots as well, and I've been shying away from that, you know, because the game said at the start that you're not supposed to bring items into the mansion, so I took that to mean that the game is more fun if you restrict yourself. Half of the puzzle, second half in the office. Well, let's first check out everything else in here. But no, I don't see anything else clickable. Okay. So, this, yeah, we've seen this. Okay. Okay, now that I've decided to use screenshots, I'm going to take a screenshot of this as well. Okay. Please don't spoil any. Yes, Zeddy, like, you know, I'm going to ask if I want information. So my only way to get closer to the antechamber now is to open the north room on the dark room. So the north door rather. So let's do that. It was on the paper, more instruction in mail. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, interesting. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. green. But it specifically says in Hartley's room. Green in Hartley's room are always false. A suspiciously red picture, yeah. Right. Anything else here? Nope. I think that's it. There's another picture here. That doesn't show anything. I don't think there's anything to be magnified here. But it's interesting how they intentionally blurred this message so that you really do need the magnifying glass, and in the other case it was pixelated. Okay, so I need to go here. Let's use the key. Okay, the veranda lets me go up, but not to the side. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Well, either that or the boudoir is only going to open up one more, gem requirement. Keep forgetting about that. What does red mean? Still wondering if it's a red card or it's just red because the whole pic is red. Yeah, the entire dark room is red. I recommend looking at all the pictures in the dark. Didn't I do that? Did I miss? Are you suggesting that I missed one? Nothing here is clickable. Ah, there are more pictures here. Thank you. Okay. That says Syncco. That's the same thing as thing. Okay, what's here? There's a heart. Ooh, 1128. Let's write that down. 1128 in a heart shape. Okay. I don't think there's anything else here. Alright. Another picture. There is nothing hidden here, no. Okay, maybe, nope, nothing there. Okay, try this one. That is very blurred. But I don't think there is anything hidden here. And then we have this one. I don't think there's anything here either. Is that a king? I think that's a king chess piece. Alright, that is not clickable. There is a battery pack. Provides juice to battery-powered contraptions. And then there's the same egg timer that I saw in the pantry. Okay, more things. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Okay, so there's something about the West Wing. Alright, take a look at this. Whoops. I saw this, right? 1128. I think I already saw this, didn't I? Okay, I think I've seen all of the images now. Yes. So, where am I now? I am in the boudoir. Oh, wait a second, it did let me see the boudoir. So that means that turning on the darkroom did actually disable that feature. Yeah, the one with... Oh, you cannot see the floor... No, it can. Yeah, it says you cannot see the floor plans, but I was able to see the floor plan. Okay, battery pack, nice. Alright, let's see what's in here. Right, this is the same place where the safe is behind here. Let's see if the code is still the same. It was the American Christmas. Okay, I've already read this and I don't think there was anything here, but there's a red 4 in a circle, so... I'm starting to wonder if the safe might open with other combinations and then have something different in it. Would you want to bet that this is locked? Knew it. Okay, so that means that the only way to make progress towards the antechamber is to try that. The key does not fit. Okay, that means I am once again stuck. Right, I could go down from the drawing room, but, you know, there's only 3 more spaces that could potentially be filled by anything. So let's do that. I need to go down the down dark room and then the drawing room. What could have a key? What do you mean, Mr. Killapple? Oh, that one's also locked. The other 3 rooms from drawing room. Let's try that. Come on, try that. The key actually fit. Okay. So, let's see if I can click anything here. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, we know where we've seen this before. So, this is a secret entrance, I claim. I claim that this is a secret entrance and we need to find some kind of object to activate it. Or some kind of code or strategy or something. Ooh. Ooh, yes, yes. There we go. We need to do that. And now I have a hiccup, I do apologize for that. Okay. What are these? Alright. Nothing in here. That is closed up. Okay. Right, so I only saw one... Okay, there are two things that I can turn. And I need a third one. Right, I can turn this one and it'll turn the middle one. Am I supposed to spell out a word with that? Like maybe new? Yeah, that one will turn the bottom one. You know what, let's turn all of them to point towards the moon. How about that? Bingo. There is a lever. I remember them mentioning a lever in the thing that also gave me the moon door thing. Okay, I've opened the west door on the antechamber.
You opened the door in the antechamber.
It doesn't show in the floor plan. Surprise, you don't just have to get to the antechamber, you gotta unlock it too. I see. Well, I have now unlocked one side of it. This here feels like there is another thing that could be here. But since I can only rotate 2 of the 3 arrows here, I don't think I can do that right now. Let's continue here. And I'm willing to bet that this is locked again. I knew it. Okay, we're fresh out of keys. Okay, so I think I'm starting to get the idea now. We have to basically become like aware of all the things. Like, we need to understand the entire deck of floor plans and what's in each floor plan, and then we need to lay them out in such a way that they will all fit, that they will not give me locked rooms before I get the keys. So I have to get to the keys as soon as possible, and also the gems, because many floor plans have gem requirements. And I need to unlock the antechamber. And I assume that if I call it a day now, then the antechamber will once again be partly locked. I will have to find the lever again from scratch. Is that right? Actually, don't answer that. I think I'm pretty confident with that. It doesn't let me use the magnifying glass on this. Is there anything else in here that the magnifying glass could reveal anything on? No, I don't see it. Right. So, why that double arrow there? Right, that left and right arrow here. That is interesting. Ooh, this one has a much wider one. So, oh, this is about the size of the step? I don't know. Right. So, I think there's nothing left to do. I guess I could get to the security room and check the... Wait, did I even build a security room? I don't have the security room, so I can't look at the... What's it called? The inventory. So there's nothing else I can do. I have to go back... I have to call it a day, right? I'm pretty sure. I haven't gotten to anywhere where I can use a battery pack or a key card. But I think I'm now getting an idea of the kinds of notes that I need to take. I need to write down exactly what rooms there are. I need to get a list of all 45 of them. And I need to write down exactly what's in those rooms. And also what direction... Well, I suppose I can always see what directions they go. But yeah, that is quite an undertaking, I think. So, I think I'm going to do that next time I stream. I think, I do, you know, it's not that I'm getting tired of the game, but I seem to be developing a little bit of a headache right now. And for that reason, I do apologize. But I think I'm going to call it a day here. You will awake to find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory will have been reset. You're doing great though. For the first 2 runs, it's a ton of progress. Thank you. That makes me feel hopeful. So how about this? I have something else going on tomorrow, so I think I might be able to stream again in 2 days' time. I believe that'll be Wednesday. Yes, it is Monday, so it'll be Wednesday. And then I'm going to look at more of the rooms, and then I'm going to do this much more meticulously. I'm gonna open up Notepad, or maybe even that's right, I'm gonna make it a spreadsheet, and I'm going to write down all of the rooms and what they contain. And there is another thing that I want to say now, because I have the suspicion that whether or not a door is locked or not is not inherent in the room. It's more, I suspect that it depends on where you place it, and maybe there's also some randomness involved, because we heard things like doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. So since that is a lie, it means that they're less likely to be. So maybe next time round we should try to fill the west half of the building. So let's call it a day here in both senses of the word. both in-game and out of game. And I thank you all for watching, and I really, really hope that, yeah, I'm definitely gonna continue with this game, and I hope to see you again the next time I play. And I reach rank 8, of course. Nice. Items found, new rooms 6. Oh, if it says new rooms, does that mean that does the game keep an inventory of the types of rooms I've found, even if they're not in the current version of the building? Did I miss that somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, but it doesn't actually tell me all of the items that are in them. So I think I'm still going to make the spreadsheet next time. So, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. See you around. I'm never good at goodbyes, but I'm going to click save and quit, and I'm going to end the stream. See you.